Hey there, everyone, and welcome in day 712 Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, day by day. How do I know it's day 712? Well, because I just rendered day 711, which was yesterday, which is May 4th. And so what I'm doing is I'm rendering the videos that I shot earlier right now, which means as soon as I put this one to bed, finish it up, render it. Hopefully, I'm going to upload all of these, all of the ones that I have for this month, and then we'll be, if I can, we'll see what happens after that. But anyway, thanks for being here. Today is the May 5th, but we're getting the refresh for the 6th, and there's double drops. Double drops start today, and we're going to jump in and see what's what. Super excited about this. We have 10.2k gems. We have a raid, which is like, oh, that's a great time to do a raid now. Yes, perfect. Thank you. Not really. We couldn't have done this before now. Some people, I swear, some people are so bloody inconsiderate. That's really a bad impression. I'm not even doing it halfway what I normally do. Anyway, double drops are here. You can see double 2x, 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 2x. Everywhere 2x. Everything 2x. But the first thing we gotta do first is we're gonna farm our lovely Finnegan. The lovely and talented Ming Na Wen, who's, I think, has done just about everything you could do. And then we'll do some Shakti. Didn't get a lot of pulls for the got better pulls for Shakti, which is fine. As long as we're pulling something, that's all I care about. So that's good. All right, so we're aiming, I have done this on multiple accounts now, and it is a bear. You think you're just going to fly through, and you don't fly through. And it would have helped, like I said, if we would have done the raid before. Instead of waiting till now, because I don't have, stuff to use like I had on the other accounts, which just makes this even worse. Or, because I was like, let's get through two or three people. But look at what we're pulling here, trying to get this, which you never have to try to get, but because, it's like, you want to pull your hair out. And I'm going to go ahead and top up now because we have, finally we're through this. So finally we can do this. Finally, I'm going to go ahead and do the hundreds too, because we're going to end up doing the hundreds anyway. And then we're going to have, on the back end of this, we're going to end up having about 500 million bronze gems to open. So that'll be awesome, because we don't have auto clicker, which, I still don't think it should be a thing that we should be okay with. But whatever. I guess at this point. And then we're going to jump in and we're going to do this hard part over here. And like I said, why did we not do the raid before now? It's just, all of my other guilds, all the other 4 guilds did raids before this event happened. Except for this one. And, it's like, I don't know about you, but come on, are you serious? Are you seriously going to sit there and tell me that you don't love having to do a raid right in the middle of a double drop event? I mean, isn't that what everybody dreams about? Is they say, I can't wait to do a raid right in the middle of a double drop event. And it's, it sounds like I'm being over the top because I am. But it's like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing a raid in the middle of a double drop event? That's pretty dumb. And apparently, we'll be, Wicked is, oh my God, we can get these flipping furnaces, dude. Bye, guys, people. These furnaces are the absolute bane of my existence. And of course, whoever this is, Wicked or Chief Sherpa, whoever, they need furnaces, which is like, it's like, of course, it was known, it was done before the die was cast, before this even got started. Of course, we're going to need furnaces for good old Chief Sherpa. And, well, hopefully we'll have him done tomorrow. It's just, I don't know. Feels like we got absolute crap RNG there. I'm not surprised that we lost that. That's fine. All right. So, anyway, that's done. So we can, we're doing, we have 260, so we'll pull some of these. And that puts us at 306. That's a good place to be. It's not a great place to be, of course, but it's better than where we were. And this puts us at 280. And keep in mind, we are starting to save for, all the stuff. All the stuff on just everywhere. That's what we're doing. We're saving for all the stuff. $152, that's not great. All right, so now we got this, and, we're pretty much done with the fun stuff, We'll come back and see if we can get something else for whoever here in a second, but right now it's just colored stuff, random stuff. We don't even necessarily need right away, but we're going to at some point, so let's go ahead and grab some. All right. And this is the last piece right here with the regular energy. So we've done... Oh, we got to get this. We got to get some... This, hopefully we get enough to finish Chief Sherpa, because, ideally we want to be able to finish a couple characters out of this. I think it might be 1.5. Just because whatever. Yeah, that's it. I'm not even finish that. That's fine. But a lot of, this puts us ahead of where we are. And at the end of the day, that's all you can really ask for, is being ahead of where you are and getting, a character done. Because this is, we have characters here that we want to get done. There's Sherpa, Wicket, R2. And then these guys down here, and then after that we'll be at Leia. We'll be ready to go full bore later. I'm not going to add any more to that. I'm not planning on adding any more to that board. who's on there right now is Jedi Vanguard that we were already working on. And then like General Skywalker, because we have the negotiator, but we don't have General Skywalker anywhere close to being what anybody would even consider anything close to being ready to pilot command a capital ship in this game. And then we have layer requirements. And we have Wicket and Chirpa and R2 and Lobot, I think, and Drogon, Scout Trooper. And I think that's about it. I feel like Hermiuta's in there. I'm missing somebody. It's going to drive me nuts. General Skywalker, Jedi Vanguard, layer requirement, Jedi Vanguard, for Mandalore, layer requirement, Jedi Vanguard, layer requirement, Jedi Vanguard. Yeah, I didn't miss anybody. Yeah. Oh, in a minute. But we're not ready for Malik yet. Well, I say that, but now I'm remembering what I was thinking about the other day. I remember now. It's this. Now we can mod up Relic. Then we can mod up Revan. And go get Malik. And get started on Malik. So that's good. That's what we're waiting on. And now we have it, so we can do it. It'll be good. I don't know if you're here for that, but I think I might have did that on the other account. I was like, that was something that I had. I was thinking it was a piece of gear, but it turns out that it was that Zeta from Malik. And Malik will be the last thing we do before we go get Leia. Or actually, we might be doing it while we're doing Leia. Because I think I'm about at the point where I'm like, because we're doing Wicket and we're going to do, because we're doing Chirpa, Wicket R2, we might just keep going and pushing and finish Boosh and Drogon and Scout Trooper and Lobot. Because after that, all that's going to leave is Shakti, General Skywalker, Plo, Aayla Secura, Barriss. Which, I mean, if we're doing that and trying to open Leia at the same time, that's not going to be horrible. And then once again, right after we get the whole slate of characters, the Jedi Vanguard, the layer requirements, General Kenobi, Hermit Yoda, and Malik done. From there, that's when we're going to go right into Mommy Mandalore. And I'm excited about that because we are careening. We're working. We're starting to earnestly work towards getting my first ever GL on This could be on my free-to-play account, the daily free-to-play account that we do videos for. We are actively heading our way there. I'm trying to finish, this double drop event. If you're not following that account, my intention for this double drop event was to finish Bosk, get him the relics, get Geobrood Alpha into relics, and to get Cad Bane into relics. And we barely got Bosk in to relics. And we only need one piece to finish that. And now we're on GBA. And GBA only needs 2 pieces. And then, I don't think we're going to be able to finish Cad Bane. But the reason why we need all of this, the reason why we need Bosk and Cad Bane, so we can go get 5-star finalizer. And also just having those 2 characters already in relics is going to put us that much closer to after we finish finalizer on that account. And we get SLK, which would be our first GL across any of these 5 accounts. Including my Hyperlight account, which is now over 8 million. Still doesn't have a GL. But it's quite possible that my free-to-play account that I do daily videos for is going to be the account with the first GL across any of these accounts, and then this one we've been doing for over 700. This is day 712. Now, this may be the second account to get a GL. And we're not that high. We're only 4.61 million. So, and obviously we could have beelined it more. We could have been more intentional about stuff, but why would we do that? That sounds boring. And, like I said, I'm going to go SLK into Executor on the other account. We already got Executor on this account. In fact, we have this with Executor on this account, the original account, and my Hyperlight account. But I can tell you that I have, this one we kind of have a more clear vision for what we want to do. We're just, we're finishing that group of characters that I told you about at the top. And then once we're finished with those characters, who we'll get back to in a second here. I should have to check some stuff. Once we finish these characters, these two, and these, then we'll, lay a time, and then after that, then I could take Coloron out of here and just put him with the next grouping, which will be the Mom and Mandalore stuff. And I might do that. I haven't decided, but it's, for right now, Sherpa Wicket, R2, Boosh, Drogon, Lobot, Scout Trooper, all of whom are layer requirements. And then Iluskura, Barasavi, Shakti, who are and Plo Koon, who are all Jedi Vanguard, and then General Skywalker, Hermit Yoda, and Darth Malak. I have another Zeta. Where should I put that? We could put it here, but nah. Cadmium doesn't have a Zeta. Got that Zeta. Don't Zeta. Could put a Zeta on Zam. Could put it on Hylas. Could put it on Darth Talon. Could put it on the Marauder. I don't know. How was our Sith Empire team working real quick? I mean, I know we don't have Malik, but we... No Zeta, no Zeta. Okay. Okay, that's fine. What about our... Where's this Triumvirate team? She's got the two... I'm not exactly close on this. On this. So he's here. And then Talon, Nihilus, and got to pick up Sam at some point. I don't know. I may not have anybody I want to put this on, so we'll just hold on to it for right now. Yeah. But anyway, that's it for today. I thank you all for being here. Appreciate all of your time, your, just being around. Appreciate all of that. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you know what to do. Otherwise, hold the line. I'll see you back here for probably Wednesday morning for the next round of double drops. Till then, hold the line and I'll see you then. Bye.